Hello, and welcome to all you lords and ladies of fate. You have once again found yourselves in the self-proclaimed only Twitch TTRPG stream that allows you, the viewer, to significantly impact the stories being told on your screens. In order to do so, you must spend fate chips. These are our loyalty points that you earn just by watching, following, hosting, subscribing, and or even just engaging with us in chat. You can then use those fate chips to heal your favorite players, summon in custom items, or make the players say silly things. You could even force them into random encounters. Tonight, we are playing Tomb of Annihilation, the adventure module for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. Joining me, we have our amazing cast featuring Jeff playing Kenneth Noisewater, the halfling monk.
Hello, that's me.
Next, we have Armand playing Aladdin, the human warlock.
I don't have flies.
Well, I do, and I'm playing Jaeger Bruce, the human ranger blade singer. And we also have Felix playing Scrod, the human barbarian.
Okay, I'm glad I don't have like whiskers or something. Thanks.
And lastly, we have Keyblade playing the Cure, the goblin artificer.
Hello, everybody.
And then to mitigate the will of the fates, we have our very own DM Dave. No, not that one.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Chult. The party is creeping ever closer to Omu. But to get us all the way back up to speed, we have another edition of Letters to Lenny from Scrod. So, Scrod, please take us away.
Go.
Dear Lenny, our new friend Shrek is going to accompany us as we are breaking camp and starting our preparations to finally get to Owu. Now, this is going to be interesting because, well, Flask of Wine is going to stay with River Mist at Shrek's house. They'll be just fine. They just weren't ready to keep with us. We wish them well. And Al seemed to want to know about his friend, and also is seeming to have sinus problems. So give me a second. He wanted to know about our friend the Cure, but seems okay with things now that Ubu is back. And I had a pretty good night's sleep. And when we woke up, apparently we found an abomination of some sort. But Al says there's nothing to worry about, and its overly intelligent eyes are just a figment of our imagination and a trick of light. So we're about to head into the city, so please take care. Scrod.
And Scrod entrusts another note to another vial and sets it off on a little rivulet deep into the jungle. As you all prepare to break camp after a restful night, and prepare to make the last short journey to Omu. Already to the south of you, you can see this sort of cloud in the sky. It looks like it looks like almost the cloud of flies that buzz around Jaeger, as a matter of fact, from this distance. But ahead of you lies Omu. And in the middle of the camp, yes, some would say its eyes were soulful. Others would say, no, that was an abomination that needed to die. There is, yes, a half donkey, half dragon wormling sitting in the midst of camp. Shrek seems not fazed by it at all.
Look, it came at me, okay?
It did. It flame breathed you.
Yeah, it asked for it.
Hey, where's Ubu? Ubu.
I think it's really close.
No, I mean Ubu.
Uba?
Uba. Yeah.
Uba, where are you?
Where's Uba?
Okay.
Ah.
You summoned it back, right?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Bit of familiar. Uba's back. Uba's fluttering around Aladdin's head.
That was, by the way, that hadn't been done last week. So.
Wearing his little fez. He comes from the fez monkey dimension.
Oh, hey, did that XP boost come in soon enough to level up?
Let's see. Yeah, we'll allow it.
Hey, guess what? Someone just leveled up.
Yay.
Kenneth, you look stronger today.
That's why Vij is my favorite.
Bow. Kenneth, while you look at your new features, anybody making any preparations this morning before you set off? Oh, a couple things. As Scrod and Kenneth, when you wake up, you notice sort of a curious sensation that it takes you a little while to pinpoint, but your wings are gone.
Whoops.
Your wings have in the night disappeared. The magic has worn off.
I'm gonna have to go see a counselor because I've been told that's what you do when the magic's gone. Maybe Lonely would have been around had we done that.
And also, Nat, roll a d20 for me, and anybody else, roll me a d20.
I will do that. Ah,
Huzzah!
roll, damn you.
Okay, good to know. That's it. That's all I have for you. What are you guys doing? Shrek sort of nudges at the donkey in the middle of the camp and goes, "Hey, is anybody going to eat that?"
No, that thing looks kind of burnt.
Well, that's pre-cooked. Probably shelf-stable now, too.
I'm not sure I'm familiar with something like that. I don't think I'd want to put it in my mouth.
All right, you're a loss.
That's what she said.
Shrek puts the donkey corpse into his sack on top of the dragon meat, or next to. Actually, he's gone through a decent amount of the dragon meat, just sort of popping chunks in here and there.
Is he doing it like raw? Like, is he like?
It's sort of seared from the volcano.
Got it.
So it's like what do you call it? Tuna? When it's just seared on the outside?
Yeah.
It's like that, but dragon meat and starting to smell.
Now I want seared tuna.
All right. Well, what's the plan, boys?
Gonna be a bit annoying to walk around a lot.
Well, I know, but you have to look out for the the stone flying thingies.
You seem to know a lot about what we should be expecting here.
That's what Shrek told us.
Oh.
Yeah, there's the big stone gargoyles with the faces and the claws and the wings. Yeah, that's what all those buggers are.
Well, look at you paying attention and stuff.
Yeah, I am the cure. I remember everything.
That old boy, and Shrek claps you on the back,
Ah,
almost knocking you over.
crap! I think that's gonna leave my entire back. Get in the chiropractor or something. Yeah.
You hear a pop, and that crick in your neck that's been bugging you is gone.
Oh, I got 1 HP. Wow, now I'm
He'll
60.
find you. Who is leading the party as you head into Omu?
I think I would have to, since I I'm the ranger of the group.
That's right. You don't really need to make. You can't be lost. So make a survival check though.
8.
Ooh.
No, crap.
So you just head through the forest, and come to Omu. You arrive about here. Oh, I don't know where my.
Oh,
Here.
Wow, this place is big. So we're over
Um,
here.
forget that.
Yeah, you take sort of a winding path and emerge on this cliffside. The cliff's about 200 feet sheer down. But you can see this whole massive, ruined city spread out before you. Everybody make a perception check for me.
Oh no, am I good at that? I'm not. Oh God.
11.
That's a 6.
Got 12.
21.
So Jaeger, you scanning the walls. You identify all the way down here, maybe half an hour's walk south, what looks like the intended entrance to the city. The Cure.
Yeah.
As you look out over the ruined city,
Huh? Oh boy.
it seems to
I clench.
shimmer. And instead of the ruined buildings, you see what you assume to be Omu as it once was. A city of magnificent whitewashed buildings stretching out before you. Sunlight sparkling off of glass domes and windows. But then you see curls of black smoke coiling from fires all across the city. Corpses littering the streets. Wraiths circling the rooftops like vultures. A sphere of utter darkness grows out from the heart of the city, blotting out the light as it expands toward you. You turn away, and when you look back, the darkness is gone. The city is a half-flooded, overgrown ruin once again.
Okay.
All of that happens to you in sort of the course of a few seconds.
Okay, guys. I don't think that donkey agreed with me last night. I just witnessed the whole city in its former glory, and then it went to crap really fast.
That sounds ridiculous.
I know, but I saw it.
I'm gonna look at Uba and go, "Hey, buddy, you know what to do," and then kind of send him off to scope stuff out.
I wanna see if
Just
there's
over
any
the
signs
city?
of-
Yeah.
All right. Uba gives you a little salute. And let's see. He can. Oh yeah, he can go wherever. Uba takes. It'll take. Is there anything you want to? Okay. Oh yeah, Uba gives you a little salute and flutters off over the city, sort of quickly shrinking to a point. He's staying pretty low to avoid the cloud of gargoyles up above, which do not seem to care about any of you on the ground.
Scott, why don't you fly up there and see what's going on? Oh, sorry.
Is there any
That's
signs
okay,
of life
you know-
anywhere?
Flying's pretty easy. All you have to do is just jump off this cliff here. Watch, and I'll pick you up.
No, no.
Okay.
Time to learn to fly. Anyway, sorry.
Highs or lows, Jaeger?
Lows.
It's scanning over the city. You don't see any signs of life. Other than you can see down here. You can see what looks like a campsite. It's fairly recent, you imagine, because it's not to the same degree of decay and ruin. Actually, here I'll mark it.
Ooh.
I'll do a little X for you. Right here.
Holy crap, guys. You see that X appear over there?
A giant red X scrawled in, no. An abandoned campsite. Torn backpacks and rotted gear litter the ground around the 3 moldering tents. At the center of the camp, a scrap of dirty yellow cloth hangs from a crude wooden flagpole.
Well, I think we should head that way first. And there's a pathway to get down over here. I didn't mention that before. Scrod through. Al over the edge.
Might have to get
I'll
firm.
open the door from the other side.
Where are we coming from?
You are so you came from the north.
Oh, we're here.
But yeah, you are on this edge
Wow,
of the
okay.
city. And yeah, it's about a 200-foot sheer drop down.
I don't have my
So-
anti-gravitational ointment with me today.
What's the big roady? I mean, it looks like a road. It looks like a wall.
Yeah, that is a what looks like sort of the main thoroughfare for this city. Going north to south along here.
Okay. So it's elevated. So somebody sold them the monorail.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Conan
was
Conan
the-
got to him.
That I think is why the city collapsed. Is they bought a monorail. That's how you know that things are. And I'll bet some other asshole like said, I'll dig a tunnel and run one donkey cart through it at a time.
There's this other things that you can just sort of see from here. There's this large amphitheater to the north.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Obviously, the massive pit of lava on the southeast corner of the city. And then across this sort of flooded area, what looks like a massive walled compound.
Yeah, it looks like Mount Eisley.
Wow. Oh, Jesus.
Other than that,
Scott
all of these
Dillon.
buildings are just sort of buildings. Have in various states of decay, destruction, and no, there's some wildlife sort of prowling around below, flocks of birds, but no humanoids or anything that triggers your suspicion or curiosity, Jaeger, as you peruse.
And as far as locations and everything, so we got the big citadel area over there.
Mm-hmm.
Is this building on top of this pyre by the lava rocks? Does that look like a significant building, or does it look like it just kind of is what's
See.
left over of what connected there?
It's like a winter hole.
Make an investigation check.
Okay. 9.
Oh man.
Not my strong suit.
So
Can I like give him the help action and be like, oh man, look at all the architecture up there on that hill. Look, you see the walls. Look like they're still intact up there. That's crazy.
yeah, you can help him out. You cup your hands over his eyes for him.
You can wipe some of the bugs away.
So Jaeger, you can make another roll, see if you get
16.
Okay, with a 16, the building itself, you can't make out anything in particular. You do see what looks like a sort of a rope bridge connecting from this over to the from the mainland over to that giant pillar. Uh-oh.
Whoa, I
Move the
didn't
whole
move.
map.
I
Move the
was-
whole map.
I was like, wait a minute, that wasn't me. My hand's even on my mouse.
Earthquake.
Dimension.
But yeah, there's nothing else that looks like it would be like a major, like, building that would.
No, you can't identify any other landmarks from here.
It looks like
we're
there's a
checking out the
Pizza
app.
Hut.
And that the building on there looks like many of the other buildings around here. There's nothing,
Right.
at least from this distance, there's nothing identifying you can see about it. But at some point since this, crater was created, someone made a point to make their way out there.
Okay.
So that's what you can glean from this distance.
I'll point those out to everybody else just as points of interest.
Amphitheater.
And then I'll lead everybody to the path down and head to that.
I mean,
I see a McDonald's.
do we have time to take in a show?
We have time to put one on, apparently, if no one else is around.
I think there's signs of somebody around.
I don't know. That flag looked awfully moldy.
We should check it out and be sure. before we get too
Yeah,
comfortable.
yeah. Sure, if they.
Sure. Dilapidated camps is my next favorite thing to look at.
All right, you make your way southward, sort of following the, Jaeger, as you're leading, make another perception check. As you follow your way down along the cliff side,
Ooh.
you keep your eye out for any other buildings that look to be interesting. You catch this right here. This small building has a rectangular pool out front. That looks different than anything else you've seen as you follow along here. And I will once again mark it.
Aiming red X.
And how close are we to that on our descent?
You are sort of, you're right here as you notice it. And then, you'll have to come around and
Walk right in front of
Head.
us.
head upwards, or unless you want to try and rappel down.
Sure,
No.
sure.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
You also see smoke wafting up from this area just east of that building.
More signs of life.
Yeah, I know, guys. Should we be perhaps more stealthy about this situation?
Yeah,
we're,
let's get
we're just
closer.
standing up here on the ridge.
There's enough plant cover that you feel all right with the place you've done so far. But yeah, absolutely. Once you get into the city, we can do group stealth checks. Hooray!
Okay, because I don't know what gargoyles are. I mean, I as both a player and probably as an adventurer don't have the big book of monsters memorized.
The gargoyles don't seem to be taking any notice of anything on the ground. And actually, I believe Ashara, the Aarakocra who gave you the wings in the past, told you that they were there to keep out aerial the Aarakocra had tanglings with the gargoyles in the past, but only because they had tried to fly over Omu. Anybody approaching on foot has not had troubles with the gargoyles. You continue onwards?
Yes.
Do we stealth first, or?
But yeah, we're gonna stealth in once we get down the basin or whatever. We're gonna
All right.
stealth.
So you reach this large set of stairs, leading down to what looks like a guardhouse. Arrow slits cut into its limestone walls, and a lopsided iron portcullis hangs over the gateway, beyond which you see an open plaza. You are at the top of these limestone stairs, covered in vines, looking down at the city. Do you want to start stealthing now?
Yeah.
All right. Everybody make a stealth check. Oops. I will make a stealth check for Shrek.
Oh crap! I'm sorry, guys. I'm full of glass. And
You can crap more.
the clef of my glass cheeks is giving us away. I'm sorry. I got a that one.
Oh, I did too. I think my sides slapped together a little too loudly.
All right, what did everyone else get?
It does not matter.
I got
It doesn't
I got
matter.
an 11.
13.
Candace got a 13.
13 as
Oh,
well.
we suck. Oh, God, we suck.
It's hard to stealth when you're going down steps.
I also
Somehow,
I'm full of glass.
Shrek is the quietest of you all
It's got
as
practice.
you make your way. He is on the tippiest of his toes, and he can't make any noise out of his mouth because it's full of dragon sashimi.
I like
So,
that he's probably letting out thunderous farts, and he's still quieter than us.
We're gonna sound like Clayton's.
So you make your way down the steps and towards the guardhouse. Despite a few rocks clattering down the steps, a few broken branches, nothing seems to notice your approach.
God, I sound like my glass is all clinking around. And
For now, it is quiet. You don't have to go through the guardhouse. You can go around it or into it.
I wouldn't mind poking around.
I kind of want to check it out just to make sure there's nothing in there.
Okay. Anybody going with Jaeger?
Yes,
I'll go.
I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow, but kind of like not go all the way in, but keep my eyes peeled on the cure.
Okay.
Okay. Jaeger and the Cure, you poke your head into this building. Much of the interior has collapsed into rubble. Creepers cling to the walls, and high grasses sprout between the flagstones amid evidence of long-dead campfires. One wall is covered with graffiti, some words painted, others etched. And I'm just going to read off, it's all in common. These are some of the phrases that you can still read. They are, fear the fangs of Rosnazi. Eric, I've gone in search of the 9 shrines. V. It's like signed off V.
B.
The next says, the puzzle cubes are the key. One says, beware the frog monster. One says, all hail the king of feathers.
Hey, feathers.
One says, the snakes are not what they seem. And then the last one, at the very bottom, you kick away some creepers, and this one is like deeply etched into the stone. It says, Kubazan equals bravery. Shigambi equals wisdom. Moa equals question mark.
What was the first two? What did they mean again?
Kubazan equals bravery. Let me pull this up in something I can copy and paste so you guys can just look at it too. Shigambi equals wisdom.
Wisdom.
Moa equals question mark.
Mm.
And there they are in our little Skype chat. Should I put them in the Twitch chat too? So everyone can.
Oh yeah, yeah. That way the audience at home can see him.
The million. Thank you, Pando.
He's been here the whole time, Pando. Pay attention.
Wake up.
Pando has some. Pando's gotten some reprogramming that interesting.
So that's what you see on in the little guardhouse. It looks like people have used this as their first campsite before heading into the city proper, and left behind some of their maybe some things they've learned, maybe the ravings of mad people. Who can say?
I don't know, Jaeger. That Lord of Feathers sounds kind of spooky. Or King of Feathers. Whatever.
Think that's all referring to stuff here, or just around the continent altogether?
That's good
I'm
point.
gonna say it's probably stuff here. I've never heard of this before in my travels.
Well, we fought a frog monster.
They're
Did
They're-
you guys
they're
have
frog-
some dealings with some winged
No.
people?
not frog monsters.
Not me. But probably before my time.
Yeah, like you poked your head in as well now.
Yeah.
Ah,
yeah.
crap, man.
Yeah. You,
Tell me when you're coming in.
did I startle you?
Yeah.
Oh. Interesting.
All three of you hear sort of a rattling noise in the corner. And before you can react, the cure, you feel two little sort of bumps against the heels of your feet.
Why, Al? Why?
I don't. Wasn't me this time. I mean, it wasn't me.
What was it?
Ever.
Ever. Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about.
You look behind you, the cure, and there are two strings of cans that have attached themselves to your heels.
What'd you find?
Almost magnetically, it feels
Yeah.
like.
Oh, that's
I don't
gonna.
know. It's stuck.
Well, that's
Can I
gonna
take 'em
do
off?
wonders for our stealth checks.
We haven't done well.
I
on
already
it
had
so far.
disadvantage on stealth checks. It's already bad.
Okay. Look, it's not gonna make it worse.
I think there's a super disadvantage button.
Right.
Oh God.
Roll correct.
Disadvantage.
So
Do you-
what?
I mean,
what
is
did
that
they
where
do?
you actually can roll 3 times then and take the
No,
worst of the worst?
the worst of the worst.
For the worst of the worst of the worst, sir,
With honors.
with honors.
Ah, what
Right,
honors?
disadvantage.
I'm not gonna die here for this shit. What is it? What does it
DM
do?
says you do.
I was gonna say it gives you
Oh, God.
disadvantage on stealth checks.
Oh, great! I got super disadvantage. Okay.
Disadvantaged her.
Yeah.
How
I'll
did
have
you
a
find
glass.
these things?
Oh no, I'm cursed. I think.
Interesting.
That way.
That.
It was a metaphor.
And written in Elvish, actually, which Jaeger, you can read. There's like a sign off of the back of each of the trails of cans. One of them says just, and one of them says married.
Oh, my friend,
You're the only one who can read that.
it appears you've gotten some wedding gifts.
What? You mean I've got the baggage? Oh God.
Indeed.
Can I talk into the cans? Do they? I mean, hello? Oh, hello?
You hear the sound of the ocean.
resonates a bit back at you.
Pick up one of the other ones and. Oh, wait. I think I can hear it.
I think there's two-way walkie-talkies here. You grab one. Oh. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I mean, you're
Yes!
about 5 feet away from him, so you can hear him
Yeah.
talking into the can.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's powerful magics here, guys. Can I take them off though? Like, are they like sewn into my heels or something?
They are attached to your heels. It feels like you can make a strength check to try to remove them.
No, don't tell me that. I'm gonna try.
Okay.
I like the idea that they're threaded through a hole that appeared in your Achilles tendon.
-1, that's 12.
Yeah, you pull, and if they feel firmly attached,
Oh.
they don't even budge.
Oh crap!
All I'm going is strength check. Did you say?
Just pick him up and carry him with you.
Yep. Oh, okay. I'm start lugging them with me. Wait, are these like? I'm a goblin, so are these like considerable cans, or are we talking about like canned
No, they're
food, or
yeah, they would be.
or are we talking about the ultra plus size of like cheese sauce from Sworn?
They're pretty small. There's not really like canned food. They're more just like sort of cylinders of worked metal that have been strung onto this rope. They're maybe about
Okay.
3 feet long each.
Okay.
Nice
Ah.
cans.
You're hauling around cans of Vienna sausage.
I know
is
I
what I'm
have
hearing?
great cans now.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kenneth. You're making me blush.
These are elvish in nature, so you know. It's fine
Elvish
craftsmanship.
An elven wedding tradition.
I thought goblins were weird.
All right. Yeah, I'll take a quick sweep around just to make sure there's not anything else or any other signs of anything in here, and I'll start looking for the next. I guess because we're still elevated here.
Yeah, you peer through the rest of the rubble in the room. There doesn't seem to be anything else of consequence here.
All right. Yeah, I'll look for the path down to the next few structures.
Yep, you make your way through. The next is this sort of bunch of buildings here.
Just to make sure that our backs are going to be clear, I think we should split up and take different buildings and just take a quick check and make sure, so nothing comes up from us from behind.
Sure. I got this.
I mean,
Doing.
normally I'd be against splitting the party, but something about the size of this place, yeah, we probably have a better chance of finding something cool if we split up.
I mean, we're just like 50 feet from each other. Like, it's not like
What do we just
All right.
all want to pick? Do we all want to pick our own building and go inside?
I'm just talking about these ones down here at the bottom.
Like,
Oh,
make the
okay.
flood-
There's two large buildings side by side. They will take about half an hour to clear, you think.
Well, yeah, we could split up and each take a building. Split the team in half.
Yeah, Al. Al, I'm on you.
Yeah, let's. I'm with the cure.
If anything bad happens, the co-sign will be yelling and screaming.
Oh, the only thing I'm good at.
All right, and I'll come with whoever's got a lesser group.
Is that numerically or
Just smaller,
in terms
yes,
of
numerically.
popularity?
Yeah, numerically speaking.
I think I'd be an even split then.
Yeah.
So if Shrek goes with Al and
Al and the Cure.
maybe Scrod should go with Al and the Cure. We'll take
Okay.
Shrek with me and Kenneth.
All right.
Oh yeah, that'd be pretty bad.
So Al, Scrod, and the Cure. Are you doing this stealthily as well? Shall we do new group stealth checks?
Yeah, we probably should.
All
Oh,
right.
he also, is Blinky still around?
Nat 20.
Ooh, baby.
7.
Jaeger, Scrod, Jaeger, Kenneth, and Shrek. As you wander into the closer building, Jaeger, you stub your toe and it hurts like a motherfucker.
Son of a bitch!
Bitch, echoes through the building. But nothing. You all stop for a second. Shrek puts his fingers to his lips, and you don't hear anything in the darkness. You make your way inside, and go ahead. You can each make either an investigation or a perception check.
And that's just that first group?
Yeah, well, you guys can as well. You head into the second building, and that was the Cure, Scrod. So you got a 7.
I got a 17 on my investigation.
Okay, hold on. I just ordered Drink Dash.
I got 8 on investigation.
You better give your Drink Dash delivery walker a good tip.
Yes. Hey, I actually did a decent roll. Things are looking up.
All
I
right.
found a magnifying glass inside my jockstrap. No reason. No mess.
So Scrod. I'm sorry. I've forgotten the groups again. I need to regroup them. It is Aladdin, the Cure, and Scrod.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and then Kenneth, Jaeger, Shrek. So Scrod, you as you are wandering through this building, you turn the corner and come upon
Something that requires a keyboard.
They look like little. There are 3 small creatures huddled in the corner of this room that you enter.
Cool.
They look like they are sort of trying to camouflage themselves against the wall, which would be working pretty well if you weren't investigating so hard. Because they seem to be made out of sort of a moldy substance. They're about 3 feet tall each and have this sort of whitish skin covered in these patches of mold and vegetation that make them adept at blending into these limestone crusted walls. But you spot them immediately, even though they are absolutely still. Between them is a long dead corpse of some kind of humanoid. You can't tell exactly what, but it is covered in these same sorts of mold patches.
Yeah, that in my infinite wisdom says no touchy. I'm not gonna take my eyes off it, but I'm gonna do a bit of a, hey guys, there's something cool here. Come check it out. And I will draw old number or whatever. I think I've got a javelin. I'll just kind of stick in case I need to poke something.
Aladdin in the Cure, you hear Scrod call for you upstairs. You two are still on the bottom floor. He's made his way up. But the 3 creatures in the corner of the room still don't move.
You first. Ow.
All right. I'll continue up the stairs, and when I get there, I want to see if I would know what these things are.
Okay, make a nature check.
Not my strongest suit, but a cheeky little 15.
Pretty good.
You recognize, you've been in the jungles of Chult long enough to recognize a vegapygmy when you see them.
Do I know them?
Typical
Oh, go ahead.
Typical vegapygmies originate from the remains left behind when a humanoid is killed by russet mold. One or more vegapygmies emerge from the corpse. They are fungus creatures that live in simple bands, hunting for sustenance and spreading the spores by which they reproduce.
They have folk music and have spun cloth, loincloth.
So you know it's not a good idea to get close to the mold, but you also, from your past dealings with vegapygmies, they're not like actively trying to spread it. They're not like clickers.
Got it.
They're just sort of like, they are the mold that makes more of them. And so when they tend not to kill everything that they run into.
So basically,
these ones are holding perfectly still.
Yep. So basically, they're more afraid of us than we are of them, and they probably wouldn't do anything unless we backed them into a corner, kind of a thing.
Yes.
As I approach Scrod, I'm gonna kind of put my hand on the one that has the javelin, and I'm gonna slowly like put it back down and go, I'm pretty sure that as long as we don't do anything to them, they won't do anything to us. But don't fucking touch any of that.
And then I come in.
The cure rattles up the stairs.
But it's kind of there. I mean, yeah, no, I mean, they look kind of. Would I interpret them as being cute? Is there any way I could interpret them as being adorable?
They're fuzzy.
Yeah, they are kind of cute actually. They've got just sort of like their faces literally just look like smiley faces. They've got like sort of dot eyes and like big sort of. It's a little creepy, but a little cute.
Come play with us, Scrod. Come play with us.
That kind of thing. Huh? They don't look. I mean, they're just babies, and I guess they're trying to eat. So I mean, that if you wanted to explain to me what they were,
and I will. I'll be like, look, they're just mostly made out of the mold that killed that whatever creature that was. So unless you want to end up like him, I wouldn't touch him.
You know, there might be some shit in the body.
Yeah,
Unless there's a magic item.
I creep towards the mole.
I stand back and say nothing.
Could be a magic item.
Yeah, can I talk to the mole and be like, you? Listen, I'm a doctor. Is it alright if I collect a little bit of you for science?
Make sure you're wearing gloves.
Oh, please! I'm already decked out. I've got my mask, my asthma on my face.
Would I know if that's enough to keep him safe from the mold?
That will be a survival check.
From me?
From Aladdin, who's he's checking to see if
19
he knows enough about the
I'm a
mold.
doctor.
It's in if he inhales it, he's gonna take poison damage. If it kills him, he will spawn vegapygmy.
Got it. I mean, like, look. The closer you go, the more of a dice roll, no pun intended, that you're having here. If you breathe in those spores, I'm leaving you.
Yeah.
I'm turning around and I am leaving.
What? Hell, what the hell?
If you come within 5 feet of it, if you can figure out a way to harvest it from further away,
in order to try to garner a little bit of goodwill between myself and the cure. I know I haven't been, Aladdin hasn't been exactly very welcoming. Aladdin's going to go ahead and cast Mage Hand and have Mage Hand go up to him and be like, do you have vial or something you want this stuff scraped
Oh,
into?
yeah. Well, I was just gonna
I
put it
think-
on the floor and ask him to like squirt in it, but yeah, that works better too.
Okay,
I
I
give you a
was
vial.
thinking we could just use my 8-foot long Q-tip here and just take some there.
Yeah, but you
okay.
don't want to get anything on that's gonna linger. At least when my mage hand goes away, it's gone. So
And I wonder what it would smell like.
no, you don't.
Except the fingers of the mage hand.
You don't wonder. You don't wonder. And then I send, once he gives the tools to the mage hand, I send the mage hand over to collect.
So the mage hand. This is pretty simple. As the vial touches the mold covered corpse, it lets off a little puff, but none of you are close enough that the spores just settle straight back down. As you're collecting it, though, it sort of jars the body a little bit, and one of its the hand that was closest to you sort of falls to the ground a little bit, revealing this little sphere of metal. It looks like perfectly burnished, polished metal that has suffered no decay like its surroundings.
Ow, treasure.
Absolutely, mage hand, bring that back when you're done.
So Mage Hand sort of thumbs the lid onto the vial, floats that over to the cure,
Yeah.
and floats back and picks up the small metal ball. As it picks it up, it sort of starts to move it. The ball crackles with a magical energy, like little
It's a dagger.
sparks start to spit out of it.
I get like, my eyes get really big, and I start to kind of like lean closer to it as I outstretch my hands to
I am-
gather this
Ow,
in.
ow, hold on, wait
I
a
am
minute.
backing up. That's all I can say.
I push in your knees and I like, not from the back, but from the front. I'm like, shut up.
Hey, come on, man.
Yeah.
This is like, look, I did the thing for you. This is the thing for me.
Yeah, but as you get closer to that thing, you're gonna start to smell like snort dust.
Because
Uh,
Look, if there's anyone in this group that
Oh.
is
I'm an
able,
artificer. Would I recognize what it is, or I forgot I'm that?
yeah, make an Arcana check.
Oh no. Arcana?
Oh no.
Ooh, 22.
So you recognize this as something called a lightning conduit. It will allow you to switch the effects of any attack. You can basically make any attack, including just a regular punch or melee attack or ranged attack or spell attack. You can switch it to do lightning damage. It doesn't give you extra damage, it just does lightning damage.
Would I be familiar with
How was that?
plant life being particularly vulnerable to lightning damage? I know it's
I would
probably part
say-
of meta, but
I would say, well, let's see, how's your lows? Let's see
High?
if you...
I am a
yeah.
doctor.
Yeah, you've fought, plants in the past that have been susceptible to lightning damage.
I mean, pine trees especially.
Actually, however, Aladdin, you know that Vegapygmies are resistant to lightning damage.
got it.
Something you can heal.
But I don't know what that thing is yet. I'm still kind of, but guys, it's making sounds.
Oh,
That
I
usually
know.
means good things.
Ow, I know. It's a thing that changes your damage type to lightning.
Oh. I look at the little veg pygmies and go, "Oh, you little buggers would have this, wouldn't you? Huh?"
Hmm?
Yeah.
Or the guy figured out that by sadly he discovered
yeah,
thing
right.
about Vegapygmies. I feel overconfidence was probably the last thing going through his mind after spores.
I'll go ahead and take that and put it in my. Is it something that has to be attuned?
Nope.
Oh,
they need to be clean.
even fucking better. Yeah, does it look like it has any spores or anything on it as the mage hand comes closer?
No, it looks totally clean. Whatever sort of magic about it has kept it from showing any signs of decay or having anything grow on it.
And what's it called again? Lightning conduit?
Lightning conduit. Yes.
Lightning conduit. I just put it in your inventory.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Yeah. I'm gonna go. Well, I mean, this is already turning out to be a great.
Yeah,
Great
down
time
with
for
my
me.
powers.
Well, I still got questions, but you know what?
Great.
There's a time and a place. Right now is not that place. I wonder how the other guys are doing.
Yeah,
Kenneth,
I
Jaeger, and
wonder.
Shrek. In this other building that you wander into looks like it used to be a library of sorts. Obviously, very little has survived on the bookshelves, and the scrolls have all turned to dust almost, except for one that Kenneth you come upon on the upper floor,
Oh, it's sticky.
sitting. It looks pristine. Much like the little lightning conduit. I mean, you don't know this, but in the same way that the lightning conduit looks like unmarred by the passage of time, so does this scroll. It sticks out.
I'll take the scroll.
And that will be the Marauders map, which I'll have to do a little bit of homebrew on. As you unfurl it now, it looks like just a blank sheet of vellum. But you can see appearing on it occasionally are what look like footsteps. And then you notice that the footsteps appear in time with Jaeger and Shrek's footsteps below you.
Can they also see us?
I have a -1 to investigation, so I have no idea what this means.
Jaeger and Shrek find nothing of consequence in the building, and about half an hour later, you all reconvene outside. I assume you guys leave the Vegapygmies behind.
Yeah. Can I actually do anything with this? Oh, I want to show it to Jaeger. Jaeger, look what I got. I know I'm not there yet, but
Yeah, you guys are there now. You guys reconvene outside these buildings.
hey, Jaeger, look what I got. Oh, it's Vegapygmy dust.
Aladdin, you know it's russet mold is the proper name for it.
Yeah, what you said. And then I'll go over to Jaeger and go, it's russet mold. I'm sure you've probably dealt with that in your time here.
Maybe.
What's moldy potato?
Make a survival check, Jaeger.
The answer to the question is
Or
no.
a nature check. You can do a nature check.
And the answer
Okay.
to the question is still no.
That's better.
Extra no.
Yeah, 13. Same
All right.
thing.
Potato.
If I give him Flash of Genius, can you get burn information out of it?
Yeah, that's a plus D4, is it?
Or it's a flat +4.
Oh, just a flat plus 4. Yeah, that would give him more info about it.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, Jaeger, look harder.
Yeah. You know that. Here we go. It is a. Yeah, I'm just gonna copy and paste into our little chat here, but that is the effect of russet mold. Basically, it will poison creatures that can be poisoned on a failed Constitution check, and the poison will continue until either they succeed on a saving throw or die. And if they die from these effects, Vegapygmies will spawn from its corpse a day later.
Are the,
All right,
are the
I'm
veggie
going-
piggies charmed by me?
I thought of the other way around, the way you were talking about them.
The Vegapygmies, literally the entire time that you guys are in that room, they stand stock still, unless you get any closer than
I will be
you
their
previously
father.
mentioned.
Is the poison inhaled?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
So if we were to
they're
wear
not?
like a mask or something,
Yeah, I've got you
would that
covered
be
there.
effective?
Yeah, you'd probably have to. I would give you advantage on the saving throw.
Fake news.
You can't make me wear a mask.
Yeah, I'm gonna overly explain in detail all the details about it, even if he already knows.
Everything. How many spawn from what size corpse?
Like, yeah, he's been trying to smell this stuff ever since he got it.
I mean, that's the only way to truly get the true essence out of it. I can make medicine. I'm a doctor.
I would say you can throw the vial as well, and if you hit whatever you're throwing at, it will shatter. And well, I mean, it'll shatter either way. But if you get it close enough, it'll.
And apply the same thing.
Whoops! I was didn't mean to do that. That's two. That's one redemption, not two.
What?
So Shrek lumbers over and says, "Oi, those more thingies would do nicely in my onion soup."
You
You eat that shit, Shrek?
Anything I consume will perish in my stomach.
I feel like
Sounds
that's
like
a
a magic
threat.
stomach.
I feel like that's a threat.
Yeah, I mean, I just happen to be snack size, Shrek. Settle down.
All men or creatures have different abilities. This just happens to be through his stomach.
Aye. No, don't worry. I'm not going to tell you to get in my belly. That's not my line. That's a different
Wrong
fat Scotsman.
movie, Shrek.
I eat because I'm unhappy. I'm unhappy because I'm eat.
All I'm thinking is that somebody watched too much of 31st Century Justice League with Matter Eater Lad and decided there's a hero. There's a superpower. And yes, he
All
was
right.
puppy.
These buildings have been cleared.
These pipes are clean.
All right, I think just walking straight up through the main thoroughfare is probably a mistake. We should probably
I wanna
creep
go
over
see
to
that
the
what-
side.
I want to
Wait.
see what the Baptists are up to.
Wait, why? What's wrong with going up the thoroughfare?
Because if there's something here, it's harder for us to hide our approach.
Hmm.
Especially
Maybe
with
right.
you carrying those cans.
Oh yeah, crap.
Well, look, guys, if there was something here, I'm sure Ubo would have come back by now and let us know. I think we're good.
Wait, oh.
Can't you see through Uba's eyes or something?
Tell me
I
if it's
can
dead.
see through Uba's eyes. That's very astute. I'm gonna
Yes.
go ahead.
Mouth eating his head.
Ah, he's got to be close. Let me see if he's close. I'll
Wait,
check and
wait.
see if he's close. Is he close?
Didn't
How's
these
yours?
gargoyles like guard
Lows.
against flying shit?
Actually, you are able to connect with Uba. You see through his eyes. You see he is just sort of flying in towards your little group for a landing.
Oh, he's coming. He'll let us know if there's anything going on.
He alights on your shoulder, and
Hey, buddy.
communicate with it telepathically.
Oh, he's communicating
What?
telepathically.
You can do that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
this is my familiar. Of course he can.
to Aladdin.
Yeah, to me.
So Aladdin, he basically imparts to you that he did a sweep of the area. He didn't really, actually, now highs or lows.
We'll do highs.
So he did a little recon over here on this pillar. It looks like that side there. There are fresh corpses outside of this building. Some animal, a couple human or humanoid.
Ping that again.
Which building?
I didn't see where it pinged.
The building that is in the in the lava pit that had the rope bridge built
The
out.
one everybody thought was cool. All right.
I will. I'll look at the group and go. Uba seemed to have found some interesting stuff going on at that tower by the lava pit. Maybe we should go over that bridge and check it out. He said he saw a couple bodies, fresh ones too.
Oh, great.
You hungry, Shrek?
Kill him.
Always.
Wait, Shrek's a cannibal?
Only if it's another
Shrek's
Shrek.
an opportunist.
Only if it's another ogre is he a cannibal.
Right.
Then otherwise he just is has a hearty appetite.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
Uh,
Like people's eyes for put on your toast or something?
Get in my belly now, little dog.
Uba tells you that there is a large tree felled across the river at its narrow point right here. If you do want to head over towards the lava spire, that is really all that he comes back with.
Got it. And I will go. Well, I mean, guys, Uba found a way for us to get over there as well. Go ahead and follow me, and then I'll go ahead and start leading the way towards the tree.
Do we know about the bodies, or is that just?
I did mention the
Just
bodies.
omit that for a second.
Well, that gives us 4 points of interest. Do we want to head directly there, or do we want to check the two on this side of that bridge before we go over, in case something happens we can't get back?
I wouldn't mind checking out the amphitheater. As a player, I wouldn't mind doing that.
5 points of interest.
Yeah, there's still smoke coming out of this walled compound just to the north. There was that. Keep moving the map. I need to not be on map mode. The pool of water out back here.
Yeah.
The
I think we
ruined
should check-
camp here. Yeah.
I think we should check the smoke first.
Yeah. Before we get super. Well, I mean, as we're getting ready to move out, this means this area is inhabited, and it is active. So, is there a way to? And probably all the points of interest are probably being crossed and traversed regularly. Like enough to go get body, bring body, kill body. I mean, there's an industry going on here. Can we like look for like tracks and stuff? I mean, mostly I'm kind of interested in tracks.
I could make us invisible for an hour.
Can I taste the dirt to see if creatures' feet have been through this area?
Do I have an? Hold on. 2, 4, 6, 8.
I can do that myself, so I don't need yours if that's what you're going to do.
Oh yeah, then I definitely have enough charges on my ring to make us all invisible.
Oh, yeah, did people who need to roll for their charges reset roll?
Mhm.
Okay.
I did.
Wahoo.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, I'm not gonna do it against your will, so I just suggest it.
Yeah.
I think you can only have one set of invisibilities going.
Oh yeah,
at
it
a
is.
time.
It is concentration. You're absolutely right. I can make one of us invisible.
I think
Not
that
me.
includes you. Yeah, the guy with the
Actually,
can.
wait. Well, if you use your pack to do it. I mean, if you use your spell casting, you get 3 targets.
Oh, yeah, because Warlock.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Because
So
you cast it at 4th level, so you could make 3 of you invisible, And Jaeger, can you upcast it?
I've got a ring.
Oh yeah, you can just do it.
So I can
Oh, yeah, speaking
I
of.
can stay out in the open.
Good devil. Would you roll a d20 for me?
Good devil.
Yeah, good devil.
Oh wow. The chat's rolling d20s now, everybody. This is getting crazy.
God, how's this happening?
He has a big d20 sitting right next to him.
He better. Or just pick a number between 1 and 20. I wouldn't know the difference. That's separate. You can do the ring. Don't let that stop you.
Is that the path we're taking here, gentlemen?
Well, one person would be left out.
I'm fine with that. I'm the disadvantage. I got super disadvantage.
You can say with me, laddie.
Well,
I do have another vial of the dust that turns you into gaseous form.
Ooh.
Could be a gas.
But it might be more useful trying to get across that chasm if we need to.
Or yeah.
Oh, buddy.
Sorry, move pretty slow. That's gas. Fire to the right. I have the ability. I'm so fine with just going in naked, without any visibility.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we've been here long enough, making enough noises. I feel like if something was gonna happen, something was already gonna happen.
Yeah,
Like, what's?
I've got that sneaky feeling too.
Why don't we just barrel in head first? It seems to be what works out the best for us.
I mean, we can at least try to be stealthy, though.
Are we doing the points of interest then? Are we barreling? Where are we? Are we barreling toward the really
smoke.
cool thing?
We should go to the smoke first. It's the closest thing.
Smoke thing right here.
And
Oh.
mostly, I'm just kind of hoping that we'll see if there's, if there's tracks, like how many people,
Oh, the
Yeah.
slap of my
Frequency.
glass pouches that keeps alerting the guards.
It's okay. I want to know if there's 10 guards or 1,000.
Okay. Okay. So you are. Is anybody invisible? Or are you sneaking?
I think we just decided to not go that hard and just sneak. I think.
All right.
What we settled on.
But not on the main path. Are you going around the side here? Is that the plan?
Yeah, I think we're gonna go up this wooded little path.
Oh, okay.
This is the only entrance in, right?
Yes. The walls are about 25 feet high. Not that hasn't stopped you before, but yes. Yes. From your recon, that was the only intended way in.
Okay. Then and as we pass by, if there's a doorway or window to kind of just peek in and just make sure nothing's moving around, I would do that as well.
Okay. So this first building. The first, this is sort of a separate building here. There's nothing inside, at least on a cursory glance. With your passive investigation on this domed building, you see about a dozen of those zombies that are encased in flowers. And around this pole in the center of the dome, or actually around a statue, crumbling humanoid statue is covered in those vines with the similar yellow flowers on them.
Okay. I'm gonna alert the group and try to get them to go like extra quiet.
All right. Has everyone made the stealth check?
Yes.
Apparently.
I have not done mine yet.
11, 12.
I didn't realize we were making them. I am making it now.
Or no, you're good. And
Ugh.
Shrek.
Try to prevent
Oh,
that death
Shrek's
again.
not doing so hot anymore. So
Oh, the dragon meat's catching up.
12, 11, 24, 10.
Oh, I gotta roll mine, I guess, huh?
And Al, yes.
That's a 21.
Damn.
All right. They are none of the zombies. They're mostly stationary in there. This dome lets in a few shafts of light here and there, dim as it is, and the creeper zombies are huddled in these little spots of light. It looks like they're soaking up as much sunlight as they can get.
I was gonna say, like,
They are, yeah, they photosynthesize. But they do not turn to see your group as you sneak past.
I wonder if the doors are locked. They're just stuck in there.
And then once we're at a good distance away, I'll let everybody know that's what was in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, more of the yellow creeper zombies.
I think I had to reach for the doorknob.
As you approach the walled compound, the smoke is beginning to die down. You can see from, I'll say maybe 50, 60 feet away from the entrance, you can see the gate lies in splinters. It has been destroyed.
By something large?
Make an investigation check.
I was gonna see if there was any tracks or anything.
Okay, and you make a survival check.
Oh shit. 7.
Yeah, the cure, you can't really tell what destroyed the gate. It might have been an explosion. There are scorch marks around.
Oh.
Or it might have been, yeah, something big crashing through, and the scorch marks are incidental. I mean, you know, there is smoke in here.
Is
So something's on fire.
Is this
It's a dragon, guys. Be careful. Yeah, I sent the
I got a
dragon.
15 on the survival.
Definitely no dragon tracks. You can see it. It looks like. Let's see.
Does that make hole smell I keep hearing about?
Is this a new hole smell or an old hole smell?
So it looks like you catch some humanoid footprints going. It's hard to tell in or out. It's so muddled around the entrance, but there are definitely humanoid footprints. And what looks like sort of a large, wide track, maybe about 2 feet wide, of something that slithers. At least one of those. Beyond that, it's pretty muddled.
I wonder if this snake isn't what it seems. It's a door-to-door salesman.
Selling
Alert
oil.
The group.
Yeah,
Snake
Oh,
oil
God.
salesman.
yeah, yeah.
He's not selling
just
snake
thinking-
oil. He's a snake salesman who sells oil.
I want to buy some of that.
He is a snake, comma,
Oil salesman.
oil salesman. Yeah.
So from the
Everybody
gate,
make a perception check.
Who?
Everybody.
Oh.
Oh, crap. Meanwhile, we're making jokes, and the bad guys are just lining up on us.
I got a
14.
9.
I got a 21. I rolled above the 13 for the first time today.
I got a rock.
Whoop, whoop.
An 18. I'll be good.
Kenneth and Scrod, you can hear sort of a mewling sound coming from inside, a whimper. Kenneth, you can also hear, and you're the only one that hears this, a weak voice in somewhere inside the compound. Just it's every so often it goes, help, help, cracked and strained at the very edge of hearing, but you are certain you hear it.
I will let them know that I think I hear someone calling for help.
I
Perhaps we
just
should.
heard puppies. Do I hear
Yeah,
puppies?
and it sounds like Scrod, you hear just one creature. It's maybe one puppy.
Okay. I do want to see if Zero wants to come out and play, by the way.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
I want many pets. I want all the pets out on the
I'm
field.
gonna
right
send
now.
Zero in to do some reconnaissance.
Okay.
Dark on.
I'll go poke with Zero since he's my bud, but if that's okay with everybody. And
Yeah,
even
well,
if
Zero
it's not, I'm going in anyway.
Can beat it out of there where you might not be able to.
That's not how I think, sir.
I'm gonna go looking for that voice, I think.
Strahd can go through the wall.
I can go through. Yeah, he can go through. We can both go through the wall in our own special way.
But we don't see the source of the fire or anything, right? Like peering around the doorway there.
All right, so you peer in through the doorway. You can all see, in one corner, down here, there is another one of those donkey dragon creatures. One of its wings sits crooked and limp. It is surrounded by what looks like a pack of wild dogs that are sort of lunging in, each one after the other. The donkey keeps letting out little jets of flame to keep the dogs at bay, but it doesn't look like it's going to be able to do that much longer.
I Eldritch blast the drunk. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Hell, get him.
I was aiming for the other stuff.
Yup.
Well, I mean, me and is it Zero? I mean, we're walking in. I mean, we established three of us are walking in.
Okay.
So, I mean,
the other thing that you see in the middle of the area. There's also near the center of the compound is a plaza littered with charred human corpses. A glaive has been thrust into the remains of a burned-out pyre. Charred snake skulls and blackened inhuman vertebrae are lashed to the spear. On the ground, just your side of the on like the stone of this plaza, a symbol has been daubed in ash. A snake curled in a spiral, gripping a black circle in its jaws. And then so that's in the center. Off to one side is the donkey being harassed by dogs. Highs or lows, Scrod?
Lows.
The dogs don't seem to notice your presence. They are still sort of consumed with trying to nip at the donkey, trying to get a bite out.
I got a whole circle of life thing going too in my brain. I don't know if this is a thing. I think I'm gonna look at Zero and see what Zero's eyes seem to be saying.
Make an animal handling check.
And how hungry do these dogs look? Do they look like they need it? Animal handling. Oh, hey, you've fallen into my trap. Nope, I have fallen into yours.
Zero
Nothing
is
back from Zero.
Zero doesn't seem excited. These dogs are all much bigger than he is, and he's staying behind you. The dogs that are
take them.
say again.
Do I think I could take them? I mean, how many dogs are we talking? 4, 8, 12?
There's half a dozen. They don't look like much of a threat to anything bigger than this crippled donkey. You think you could take them?
I guess this is like punting corgis, is what I'm hearing.
No, they're definitely fierce, but they're just dogs.
Chihuahuas.
Chihuahuas, then. Corgis are pretty bitchy. They're very
The
gentle.
last thing you fought was a giant zombified T-Rex and its best friend. So the dogs don't really rank.
Okay, I'm gonna actually go in there, make myself look big, not rage, and just go. "Doot!"
Make an intimidation check.
Ooh, well, my only other charisma-based skill. Oh, that worked.
The dogs stop in their tracks, freeze for a second. One of them looks over its shoulder at you, yelps in fear, and the dogs scatter. Dart into buildings. One of them tries to run past you and out the front gate, tail between its legs.
We'll just let it go.
The rest of you see a dog like tear out of the front of the compound and disappear into the woods.
Okay. Guess I'm gonna go and deal with Zero's okay, right?
Yeah, once those dogs disappear, Zero sort of noses the back of your leg and then trots forward towards the donkey.
Oh, I was thinking Zero was gonna bark after them, like the end and stay out, kind of a. Anyway, never mind.
One little proud yip.
Right. No. Now we'll see if Zero gets set on fire by the donkey.
He trots up to the donkey. The donkey lets out a spark out of its nose. It doesn't have anything left. But Zero just walks up and gives it a comforting lick on the forequarter.
Okay.
And the donkey finally seems to relax a bit. Now you hear it too. Now that you're in the courtyard, you hear, "Help!"
Hey, it's coming from where he's already walking. I wonder what his adventure is going to be like.
Yeah, I want to go explore where that voice is coming from.
Come on, wave.
From this northwestern corner, there is a building that has mostly collapsed. And as you walk towards it, Kenneth, the voice gets louder until you see a balding man with a white beard trapped beneath some rubble.
Crap, it's more old people. Just kill him.
We'll go help him.
Just kill him.
Oh no.
It's an old person. Just kill it.
I'm gonna go help
Eldritch
him.
Blast?
Oh, there.
Yeah.
I'm a doctor. I have to help him.
Elderly blast.
Oh, Elderly Blast.
I run to him.
Elderly.
Yeah.
While they're doing that,
Elderly.
I'm gonna search the other buildings just casually. Make sure we're
Um,
not trapped.
Settle down, old man. I'm a doctor.
As you start to crowd around the man, he goes, "Oh, thank the gods, I'm saved. I can help you. Please, just get me out of here.
Alright, calm down. Let's get him out of
Kenneth,
here.
make a strength check to clear the rubble off of him. Jaeger, make a just an investigation check. Shrek is going to try to make a medicine check on the donkey. Kenneth, you handily lift. It wasn't even that heavy. this piece of rubble that he was trapped underneath. You hoist it up over your head and chuck it to the side. But you, he barely has the strength to push himself up and get into just a seated position. He is scorched, bleeding. He looks exhausted.
Medicine to see what kind of wounds this guy has. We'll see what attacked him.
You can make a medicine check.
Yes.
Jaeger, you search through the buildings thoroughly. There is nothing here. Anything that it looks like this was a camp, but whatever happened here, if I killed all of the humans that were here and left nothing behind. There are no supplies, no anything.
I got dirty 20.
You see, he doesn't look like he was part of the attack. He looks like his injuries are from getting trapped by the collapse of this building and exposure. You reckon he's been here for about 24 to 36 hours.
Oh. I'll give him some food. I'll give him some food and some water skin.
He takes a swig out of your water skin and then spits it out. Is this wine?
Oh.
Oops.
Yeah, here, use this one instead. This one's water.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's vodka.
Oh,
Third skin.
I guess I'm out of water.
Damn it, Ken, if you kept all these antiseptics on you.
The third one you hand him is the water skin. And he drinks deeply.
It's Bud Light.
It's water. Yeah, you're not.
It's
You're not
basically water. Aladdin, make a persuasion check.
That's gonna be a 23.
Oh, damn.
The old man looks around wildly as he pulls the water skin away from his lips, and he starts to sort of scoot backwards, fumbling at his hip. He pulls out a little wooden contraption. He pulls out a hand crossbow.
Whoa! Whoa!
Kenneth,
Settle down.
stay back. Stay back. What are you doing? His eyes are wild.
I was giving you some water and some food.
Take it back. He throws the water skin at you.
Oh no, is this the LSD water?
God damn it, Kenneth, why?
Why would you even have that?
The voice is telling me you're going to try and kill me.
Can I give him some kind of sedative?
Well, he could be precognitive and know something horrible about himself that we don't.
In my experience, I find it better not to trust disembodied voices.
Make a persuasion check, Kenneth.
I mean, from experience, Kenneth, you get an advantage with that, I should say.
Yeah, that's fair. He's
With
had experience with untrustworthy. This is coming from the heart.
Oh, with it,
Uh.
it's an
Can-
age disadvantage.
It does not seem to calm the man at all.
Where's his finger? Is his finger like on the trigger? Does it look like he's gonna?
Oh, I'm not worried. I'm not worried about this guy shooting me with a crossbow.
You're not worried about the guy with the crossbow. I'm worried
in
about the
front
guy
of
with the
him, too.
crossbow.
Highs or lows?
Low.
I'm right in
Um,
front of him.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think he can actually deal damage to me with a crossbow.
You. That's great for you.
It's a little tiny. It looks like a toy almost. But as you look at it, Aladdin, you can see that it is one of the arms is like broken off and hanging. He hasn't noticed that, but in the collapse, his weapon has been ruined. He's still pointing it like it could do something.
Does anyone else notice that the crossbow is broken?
Do I notice?
That's
Let's see. Here's got
See?
not great passive perception.
Shut up, kitty! It's not time to eat yet.
Wait, wait, flask of
Swamp
wine just
cats in
brought
here.
River Mist's corpse with him.
Oh, jeez.
Yep.
Highs or lows, the cure.
Highs.
You do not notice. Kenneth, highs or lows?
Highs.
Kenneth, you notice that the crossbow is non-functional.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna be too worried about it.
You weren't worried about it before.
You're extra not worried about it.
Hey, just settle down, my guy. Tell me, what did the voices say?
They said, you people were going to try to kill me, and that I needed to fight.
If you
I
cover
want my
your
life.
ears, do you still hear them?
I don't hear it now, but it spoke.
Ah, see, it worked. I am the cure. Now tell me there's nothing to worry about. Don't listen to the voices. Voices might be bad news.
If we were gonna kill you, we would have just left
Hey,
you trapped
shut
there.
up! Oh God.
I'm gonna be like, look, guy, I'm like 2 seconds away from Eldritch blasting this guy. He keeps pointing this. If you don't unpoint that thing, I'm gonna blast you.
Ow, it's broken.
Oh, it's broken.
You're fine.
He looks down at the at the crossbow, notices it's broken, and just sort of sags. It falls out of his hand, and he says, If you're going to kill me, I suppose there's nothing I can do.
That's
I mean,
the spirit.
Yeah, it sounds like he wants to go. I
Giving
mean,
up way too easily. When did the voices start?
Just now, it just warned me.
that's
What are
So
you
you're trusting a first-time voice over first-time strangers? We saved your life.
On balance, it was a tough decision.
Oh shit.
Look,
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm clearly not in my right mind. I
Were
need
the
to
S's
rest.
were the S's particularly long?
His eyes sort of flutter closed, and he is deeply asleep in a matter of moments.
I talked
Oh,
to him.
he's-
I'd be like,
he's all
did it
tucked
say
now.
save yourself?
What was that?
Did it say save yourself? I'm
It
trying to talk
said-
to him, wake him up
It said,
by using long S's. Sai ya san saishi.
no, it just sounded like him, and he points up at Aladdin and falls asleep.
Ow!
That's a little racist.
What the hell are you doing to him?
Hey, he pointed that at me too. Everybody.
Yeah.
That's what you want us to think.
Look,
Al's the mastermind. Al's the mastermind.
this guy is obviously out of his goddamn mind.
He's been out here for a while.
right.
No.
Oh man, I am on the other side of the compound. I have ideas.
I am incredibly suspicious of Al now.
Well, that makes a reciprocal feeling that we have for each other here now, doesn't it?
Did anybody find out what he was doing here?
Not
No.
before he fell unconscious.
Yeah, I want to go touch the glaive. That was pretty cool looking.
Carry him around.
Wanna
with
go
his
what?
siblings up again.
Wasn't there a glaive that you said that was like surrounded by like scorched bones?
Yes.
Yeah, I want to go touch it or futz with it.
Okay. You approach the pyre in the center of the plaza. It looks as you crunch your way towards it, it looks like among the ash are many burned bodies.
Mm-hmm.
The glaive itself, charred snake skulls and blackened inhuman vertebrae are lashed to the spear. Other than that, it seems like a mundane item.
Is it usable?
How's your lows?
Lows.
No, it's charred beyond
Crap.
beyond use. You think like the spear point might be usable if you fastened it to something else, but the hasp of it itself, if you picked it up, you think it would crumble.
No, I let it be.
Shrek is trying to set the Dronkey's wing. The Dronkey is flapping wildly and shrieking. He is not doing a good job.
I will. I'm gonna look at Uba and go. It's disturbing me. Can you go help him with that?
Uba flutters over and makes a medicine check. Monkey medicine check.
Insert banana.
He calms the Dronkey a bit. He doesn't have the strength to really set the bone, but he soothes it enough that Shrek can sort of wrap it up. It's not going to get worse. I don't know if it's going to get better. But Shrek seems to have, for some reason, taken a shine to this Dronkey. He was happy enough to eat the other one, but this one he is petting on the head and cooing to softly.
Does it remind him of an old buddy of his?
Maybe it has buck teeth.
Am I able to infer anything either of a religious nature or anything based on you said there was that snake body that
Make
was
a
curled up?
religion check.
Well, we had a character just for this moment.
Oh, 7.
No, it is unfamiliar to you.
I would like to look at everybody and go, we got to decide what we're gonna do about this old man. I don't think we should be dragging him around if he's gonna have another episode and try to shoot one of us. I know it's broken. But we can't leave him here.
Am I anywhere near any of this?
It
I don't-
does.
Yeah.
I used to be with the donkey. I don't know where I am right now. At this point.
I would say if you would have wandered that way during the commotion, that's plausible, certainly.
I'm going to abandon the obviously in need small animal to the NPC, so I'll leave that alone. I'm gonna just say, hey, didn't we have a rhyme that talked about snakes aren't what they seem, and we have a whole pile of dead snake bodies around here.
That's got to be before my
And
time
I'm
too.
looking
What
at-
do you?
I've seen a lot of that changes shape. So at this point, I don't trust a lot of people.
When they're
And
dead.
we have been burned on old people consistently.
I mean, I
I feel that Kenneth and I are on the same page.
I am totally fine with putting this old guy out of it. Look.
No.
One
Kenneth,
look,
no.
if if
no,
he's
I don't think anyone wants to kill this guy besides you.
well, no,
Ow,
just
no.
I don't
if
know.
if
Doctor, I can't allow that.
if there's something weird going on here, we could be dragging along something that could potentially be bad for the party.
Doesn't it seem more likely that there's something here trying to get this guy to turn against us because it knows that we're here now?
Yeah,
I-
possible.
I have an
But
idea.
what happens if that person, whatever is out there trying to attack us through this feeble old man, which seems like a dumb plan?
Right.
What? Yeah.
But it's because if you were listening, he said he could help us. So maybe there's something this old man knows that they don't want us to know.
Can I make a rock smell like smelling salts?
Make just an intelligence check.
Straight.
Maybe
intelligence?
maybe they're trying to get us to silence this guy.
Oh, are you
Give
kidding?
Information.
That's a
Oh,
good
man.
point. I hadn't thought about that.
So you throw something together that it smells pretty sharp to you, but we wave it under his nostrils, and he just sort of. You think he'll sleep this off in maybe an hour, or you could, if you expend magical healing, you think that will
And then
maybe wake him up.
magical
But
healing.
beyond that, he's just going to have to rest.
He could just rest, or he could touch it to his tongue and see how it works.
So would a regular potion be count as magical healing?
A what?
Like a regular potion? Since potions technically are of magical nature, or are we talking about like the metaphysical magic?
Like a potion
Spell?
of healing.
Yeah.
Yeah, a potion of healing would work too. Yeah.
Yeah. I give him one of my potions of healing.
All right.
I say, wake up!
As you tip that into his mouth, he chokes on it for a second, but then sucks the rest of it down, and his eyes flutter open. How many hit points is that?
Oh, 2d4 plus 2. So that's going to be, hold on. I got you, old man.
If that is your real name.
8.
All right. He looks. Why did that happen? He looks a little better as his eyes flutter open. Meanwhile, Shrek is cramming an onion into the donkey's mouth, going, "Live, damn you, live!" And the onion sort of glints with a little magical gleam. Nobody's near him to see this. Everybody's over with the old man.
Mhm.
But he gives his only magic onion to the donkey,
Yeah.
whose wing resets. And then Uba flies back over to you, Aladdin, and settles on your shoulder.
Good job, buddy. As the cure is pouring a potion into the old man, I want to look at the three other party members and just go, should I try to detect his thoughts to see what the hell's going on in there?
You could do that?
Yeah.
Oh, what am I thinking?
Oh, I can only use it once per day.
Think of a number. I'm thinking of a number.
But you know what, Jaeger, if it makes you feel good, after I use it on him, I can still keep it casted and move it over to you. So if you want me to really dig deep inside there, I can. I just hope it's not as dirty as the outside. Nothing. Get that. Nothing much. Okay. I'll set up to detect his thoughts as he comes up out of it. But I'm not gonna.
All right.
I'm not gonna dig deep until I need to.
Got it.
Surface thoughts.
So for a minute, we're going to call that 3 questions, just so we don't have to futz around with anything other than that. So on any question, you can let me know if you want to probe deeper.
Got it.
So as he wakes up, you cast detect thoughts. It's his surface thoughts are confusion, a jolt of fear as he sees all of you around him again, and then a wary relief. He jolts back at the sight of the cure that close to him. But obviously, whatever he did is making him feel better, and so he relaxes after a moment.
I'm a doctor. Okay.
Hey,
Thank you.
buddy. How
Thank
you
you.
feeling?
Better, thank you.
So you mentioned you might be able to help us.
Yes, I am my name is Orvex. I am a scholar. I can translate for you. What do you get with detect thoughts?
I
get-
I basically just get surface thoughts, feelings, emotions, I believe.
Well, this old green guy in front of me is kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's not. You can't. I mean, I guess you can make an insight check to see if that's true.
Okay,
Alright,
let's
can
go
I-
ahead.
Can I roll? Can I do that as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
I got
I guess,
a
yeah,
12.
You get advantage because you're reading its
Oh,
thoughts.
cool. That's
We'll
even
say that.
Can't get too deep, though.
Kenneth, he seems totally genuine. He can he is everything that he's told you is true as far as he knows.
Hard to make sense of what I'm saying.
What are you doing here?
I was hired by the Red Wizards.
That I'd like to dig deep into.
Okay.
I believe
he
he's gonna have to make a wanna
a
say
wisdom save.
I think that's what it is. Where is I keep clicking away from it. There we go.
Yeah, wisdom save. DC 16.
Mhm.
Oh, baby. 19.
Oh, and he knows I'm in there now.
He blinks, shakes his head a bit. And our target knows you are probing into its mind.
I guess immediately I also I believe know that he knows.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bounce my detect thoughts over to Jaeger.
Say quick, pick a number. All right. He shakes his head and gives Aladdin a suspicious look. Yes, I was working with the Red Wizards. We were attacked in the middle of the night. They were, I assume, slaughtered. Maybe some of them. We weren't all here. There may be some still wandering around the ruins. But if we find them, I can try to help you broker a peace.
When was this? When did the attack occur?
Last night. In the middle of the night. I was I was sleeping in this small building.
You hear any sounds or?
Yes, a big fucking explosion. And then fighting, hissing. Do.
You just see Aladdin and like just gone.
Fighting, hissing. I got a glimpse of something that looked like a snake person. And then I stayed quiet until.
How long have you guys been in the city?
We've been here 3-4 days, not long.
Snake people, like that's like the people who were chasing me when you guys saved me.
The Yanti.
Yanti.
Are there any other strongholds or any other camps that you guys set up while you were here?
This was our main base of operations.
You said that not everyone was here. Do you know whereabouts they might have been?
They were sending an expedition where they're looking for the puzzle cubes.
Okay.
Tell us about these puzzle cubes.
They are.
Cubes of puzzles.
There is a legend about Omu. The 9 and their 9 gods. What is it?
Yeah.
Wait.
Right of the Nine Gods.
The legend of the 9 gods. The legend has it that Ubtao abandoned Omu long before he abandoned the rest of Chult. And in his absence, the trickster gods moved in. Their shrines are scattered throughout the city. I believe one of them is just behind this compound, although I don't believe we had been able to crack that one as of yet. There's a frog monster. But
You know where-
in the pool before the shrine behind the complex here. But the other there was a party that had set out to set a bridge to the shrine suspended above the pool of lava. I do not know their fate. They certainly haven't come back here in the last day, but
Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but there were some bodies over there.
oh well. Look, I'm. He leans forward and lowers his voice. He goes, "They weren't my friends or anything. They paid well."
Like they owed me money.
Well,
Did they
and
have
yes.
some more of that pay on them, you think, maybe?
It's I hope so, but I don't know.
Were you able to locate any of the other shrines aside from those 2?
Safe to assume
I-
there's 9 of them.
Yes. We have the locations of most of them.
Yeah, but one of them looks like an amphitheater.
Could you mark
can-
them on our map for us?
You do not have. Oh, well, actually, next time we'll do the Marauder's map, and he can. Yes, he can.
Okay.
Mark the locations of the ones that they have discovered. He says, but there is one just behind this compound and one across the main street.
I'm willing to bet it's right.
Well,
Here.
we can't guarantee you as good of pay, but your best chance of survival is following us around.
No, that's a lie.
You saved my life. I owe you.
Yeah, just try to keep the crossbow pointing to a minimum.
He looks at it and says, "I don't think it's going to be of much use." Look, I'm sorry. I must have been delirious. It was. I'd been under there for hours, nearly a day.
Yeah, well, if
I'm sorry. Look, I am. I'm very sorry. I should have trusted the strangers I don't know versus the a voice in my head. That was foolish.
well, I mean that's fine, but let us know if you hear any more voices. There could be something in this town that's trying to get you killed or us killed or both. So
I think we already established that there's snake monsters here trying to kill us. And him.
That is a good point. At least.
yeah, just make sure if you hear anything, if you hear something, say something.
Yes, sir. For now, I think I feel strong enough, but I don't imagine I'll be of much use exploring. Well, maybe if you deal with the frog monster, I can come and examine any inscriptions you find on the. Actually, no. I know the inscription on the one in the back. Oh no, I don't, because we haven't killed the frog monster yet. So, but I do imagine there will be some script that I will be instrumental in translating.
Maybe Shrek should stay here with you and the donkey
And the
dragon,
From
and we'll go take care of the frog monster.
Shrek snaps off a salute.
All right.
And next time you will venture into the first of the 9 shrines of Omu.
Fantastic. Well, thanks to all of our cast and our audience for all of their participation this evening. Armand, are you going to find us a raid? Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I can do that now.
You can. And if this is your first time watching us, please hit the follow button down at the bottom right-hand side of the screen. Ignore these flies flying around as I continue the exit spiel here. But join us tomorrow. It has been a while. Is it Star Trek tomorrow?
Trek. Yep.
Okay. Star Trek tomorrow. Oh man, I'm way off.
It's around
8:30 p.m.
8:30. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Tuesday, we return with Conan at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Wednesday, we have Curse of Strahd at 8 p.m. Thursday, we're going to have a little Aliens recap episode with some commentary for the before we start off the new season of Season 2 Aliens. And Friday, do we know if Simon has a cookie picked out for this Friday?
I was hoping that Simon had a cookie. We may just go with good old-fashioned fresh baked chocolate chip because
Okay.
that is
Classic.
Good Devil's favorite.
classic.
Good Devil also said he felt very bad about being one of his top 3. But yeah, there's
Nothing wrong with
that. And then go to the Discord because we do publish, or Simon publishes the 3 themes of each episode the day we're about to shoot.
Okay.
So hop in there and have Galron show up. That's one of the things you can do.
TikTok.
Awesome.
TikTok.
And then we've got next Sunday, we return with the continuation of Tomb of Annihilation at 9 p.m. So until next time, thank you, everybody. And join in for the raid, support tabletop role-playing streams, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
We're still just